So how's the spring housing market shaping up here in Trilogy at Glen Ivy? Well, the average sales price is up and homes are selling faster. So in this video, I'm going to break down every key number from the second quarter of this year, and I'll explain what these numbers actually mean if you're thinking about buying or selling a home here in Trilogy at Glen Ivy. Hi, my name is Casey, and I specialize in helping buyers and sellers in the 55 and older communities in Southern California. And that includes Trilogy at Glen Ivy and the community of Terramore. And once every quarter, I pull the sales numbers so you can see exactly what's happening in our local housing market. And these numbers are actually pulled directly from the multiple listing service for the second quarter of 2026. And if you appreciate this kind of information, I'd love if you consider hitting that like and subscribe buttons down below. Okay, so let's get started. And let's start with the average sales price, because this is the number that most people really care about the most. And in the second quarter of this year, the average sales price of a home here in Trilogy was $689,000. And if you compare this with the first quarter, the average sales price was $650,000. So that's an increase of $39,000, or right around 6%. So home values aren't just holding steady, they've actually gone up. And for homeowners here in Trilogy, that's really good news. Next, let's take a look at how many homes were actually sold. And in the second quarter, there were a total of 26 homes sold here in Trilogy. If you look back at the first quarter, there were 22 homes sold. So that's 4 more homes sold this quarter than last quarter. And again, that tells us that buyer demand didn't slow down as we headed into the summer months. It's actually picking up. And with more buyers out actively looking for a home, it's the kind of momentum that we'd like to see. Now, if you've been watching because you're trying to figure out whether Trilogy might be the right community for you, or you already live here and you're curious about what your home is actually worth in today's market, I'd love to try and help. And I'll share with you my honest opinion of the housing market and the numbers so you can decide what's best for you. And you can reach me at the number up on the screen, and I have all my contact information and a link to schedule a call down in the description down below. Okay, so let's get back to the numbers. Next, let's talk about how long it's taking to sell a home here in Trilogy, because this number really stood out. Now, in the second quarter, the average time it took to sell a home was 50 days. And that's down from the first quarter when it was taking 78 days to sell a home. And that's a drop of 28 days, or about 36%. So homes are selling faster than they were just a few months ago. So if you're thinking about selling, that's a strong sign that buyers are ready to act when the right home comes on the market. And next, let's take a look at how many homes are currently for sale here in Trilogy. And as we close out the second quarter, there are 14 homes currently for sale. And that's down just slightly from the first quarter when we had 15 homes for sale. So inventory has stayed fairly tight, which means less competition for sellers. But if you're a buyer, it means the good homes aren't sitting on the market as long as they were before. And finally, let's take a look at the highest priced home sold during the second quarter, because this one is a great example of what buyers are willing to pay for the right property. And this home was located at 24151 Whitetail Drive. And this home was a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom home with 2,250 square feet of living space. And it was completely remodeled with beautiful hardwood floors, an upgraded stone fireplace, and an amazing kitchen with custom cabinets, quartz countertops, and high-end stainless steel appliances. But what really set this home apart from the other homes on the market was its location directly on the 10th fairway of the Glen Ivy golf course. So this home not only had breathtaking views of the golf course, but also the surrounding mountains right behind it. And this backyard is perfect for entertaining or just relaxing. But this is an amazing home that checks all the boxes, and it's easy to see why this home sold in just 6 days for the price of $900,000. And when people tell me that the homes in Trilogy are older and need work, I have to show them homes like this one, because this home is a perfect example of what you can find here in Trilogy. So what do all these numbers mean as we head into the second half of this year? Well, home prices did go up, homes are selling faster, more homes sold than last quarter, and inventory remains fairly tight. And every one of these numbers is moving in the right directions for home sellers. So if you've been on the fence about listing your home for sale, this is shaping up to be a strong window to do it. And if you're a buyer with inventory this tight and homes selling faster, you really want to be ready when the right home comes up, especially if you're looking for something specific, like a particular floor plan or a view lot. And if you happen to know someone who lives in Trilogy or is thinking about making a move to Trilogy, I'd really appreciate if you consider sending this video to them. The numbers could help them decide if now is the right time to make a move. And if you're considering a move here for yourself, I'd love to show you around this community and help you figure out if it would be a good fit for you. And if you're curious about what's happening just down the road in Terramore, I'll have those numbers out in next week's video. So make sure you check it out. Now, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in next week's video.